and a window person to show up, and they were supposed to be here, what, 30 minutes ago, and he just called me. Oh, that might be them there now. Is that them now? Yeah, we'll find out here in a minute. If it is, this might be a short live. Hold on one second. Nah, I think that's somebody else. But anyway, gonna try and get this bedroom so I can put some air conditioning in it. And thanks for joining me. If you guys stop in here, and I was out there earlier messing around with the multi-cab a little bit, figuring out how to access certain things, and finally got to the motor and saw how dirty it was, and started cleaning it up a little bit, and started the little thing up, and I was happy this time it wasn't a cloud of smoke that came out. So I think it's running a little bit rich. Oh, they might be here. Hold on a second. Come on. And here we go.
Hey dog, good morning.
Good morning. I just started my live stream. Come on in. Come on in.
You're vlogging?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a few people in here. You guys mind?
Yeah,
If you,
we don't mind.
okay. Oh, I finally got this worthless house owner to come here and help me out. Right, Kent? Worthless homeowner to come fix something for me. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But I haven't showed anybody my house before, so don't look at my house too close, folks. But we're gonna try to do something here with the window. Let me turn this around. Yeah. Let me set this thing down here.
Ikaw lang bala siguro?
Now, when we measured, Kent, we measured the inside here, but you know, there's a lip there, so I don't, you know, we didn't take, but but then it's lower here, so it's the same either way.
Yeah.
Same measurement. It just depends, do you want to put the window here, or do you want to put it here? You know. But yeah.
Kita nito tungan dua lang.
Dua.
Tapos iya yang ano, ang bayo mo tapos type.
Hindi, ano lang ang 0.5 lang, Dreo. Kaya may...
Oh, yeah.
Ay, may...
Ang aircon niya na.
Ang... Where's our aircon go?
It's a small one.
Di, para pwede taka-request
But-
na
Tapos?
di mabaklos
Make-
na.
Hindi, nakabakal siya?
Okay,
Meron
para
ano siya?
kwan.
Oo. Where's...
Make it for a normal size, because you want to be able, if somebody else comes in after me, you want to be able to have a bigger unit. So
Okay.
I can put foam around it. So I would just make it though.
Ang regular na lang guro nga...
Di kilin na eh.
Alin no? Because it's going to be different sizes, dog.
There might be different sizes, that's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
so do it bigger. Mine's small. Do it bigger, like up to here, where the opening you have now, do it the same. Bring it down to here. That way, and then I'll put spaces around mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yeah. Because you want it to be able, if somebody else comes in, wants a bigger one in there, you want to be able to do that. It's also less glass, you got it. You know, less stuff.
This is his specialty, glass works.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I want to get rid of these because you can't seal them up. And then you can't close them tightly, and you know, some of them are broken, or I don't know. You know, I would just take all this out. And, I mean, I could actually take it out for you if you want, when the red, but. So what we're doing, folks, is we're trying to figure out a window system here. I want just the cheap sliders, but we want to make a place where we can put the air conditioner in. See that? I had to block that off because the local cats, my neighbor's cats, are coming into my house when I'm not here and doing stuff in the house that I don't want them to do. So we want that to stop. Hello, Alessandro. Welcome to the Philippines. Hey, Lowell. How are things up there in Oregon? Yeah, God bless you too, brother. We're just looking at something on this house that I'm renting. Try to make it a little bit better for me. It's, old Colonel needs to shave, but I'm feeling lazy right. Look at that, my hair is growing too. See? I got hair.
frame
No, I thought I...
spacing. Ba't magreklamo kung sa libre
Hold on, I gotta take this one down too.
No,
Yeah.
is it okay if he puts like tubular in here?
Puts what?
Tubular, aluminum?
Tubular frame.
Tubular frame.
Yeah. That's what I want. The aluminum frame. Just
the
the...
space din lang.
How about the space?
Buta ka naman sa minto, hindi na.
Do we need to put cement on it or?
No, where do you want to put it? Do you want to put it on here, or do you want to put on? You want to put it here?
Yes.
Then just the aluminum frame. Just the aluminum frame. It's fine.
How about the space?
I'm not worried about this space. Well, it's your house, man, or your uncle's house. I mean, whatever you want. I would just, I would just put it here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about this.
Okay.
I couldn't care less about that. That's not going to affect anything.
Hindi mo kontrata mo isa sa US mo before. Siya nagagawa nag-retire din siya.
Yeah, I think you can do it either way, Kent. But if you don't want to have a lip on the house looking in, and you want it to be flush with the house, then you put it outside. But I don't think that matters. I would just put it right here.
Yeah.
And then because you still, I mean, someday you should probably want to do something with that screen, but I'm not going to. But
Ang kontra naman natin, koreng mo. Hindi ka suot.
I shaved my head and face today. There you go. There you go, Lowell. Look at that. I'm starting on my Santa Claus growth there. The white beard. Anyway, these guys, they measure themselves because they're going to be fabricating the windows. So instead of just trusting on the homeowner's measurements or whatever, whenever you have guys that are professionals, they always like to come in and do the measurements themselves because you never know what somebody living at the house, you never know if their measurements are going to be exactly with what they got because they know what they have to do for the clearances of the frame and everything else. So even with me, I like the fabricator to come in and measure it themselves and see what's going on. Here it goes. You know, these louvered windows are very popular over here, but I can't stand them. They let a lot of air in, but if you're going to run aircon, they're totally not economical. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I haven't been here. I've been traveling so much, so it kind of makes it difficult to do. And I haven't done anything on this house like I wanted to because honestly, I wasn't sure I was going to be staying here. I'm still not, but we're getting into a couple months where we're going to have some really hot weather, so it'd be nice to like to sleep in comfort for a change. Right now, I use 2 fans just to stay cool at nighttime.
You're using 2 fans?
Yeah, 2 fans.
Wow.
Here at the foot of my bed. Yeah. Yeah, because you know, it's weird. I don't like to be cold, but when I'm sleeping, I like to have the cool air, and then I can get under the cover, and, you know. But as far as like, I get cold really easily, but at nighttime when I'm sleeping, I get hot. It's bizarre. That's part of my sleep apnea and stuff, and my blood pressure and whatnot. When I'm sleeping, my body heats up. Don't take that the wrong way, folks, now. Let's see what else is. Lowell, I see water damage above the windows behind you. Yeah, well, Lowell, this is not my house, man. So, you know, there's some things I'm willing to do, some things I'm not willing to do. And, yeah, the roof here is old, and it has some leaks in it. But nothing in here while I've been here. Out in the living room, yeah, we had a major leak there when we had the one typhoon come through. But in here, a lot of that what you're seeing there, Lowell, is just different types of paint that they painted. It's not. I don't see any water damage in here. There might have been at one, but I don't see it. I'm not sure I see what you're talking about on that one. That's just. I think that's shadowing what you're seeing. And you see what they did here, Kent? I don't remember. This was all a jungle. They cut all that back, so now they can see right.
Yeah.
They can see right. That's why I put up the black cloth. You see, folks, you like my fancy curtains? That's that black garden cloth, is what that is. Yeah. Everybody laughs at me, but I do this to keep the sun out. And that's just the door.
Okay.
And, but yeah, everybody laughs at these are my high quality, expensive drapes right here. Hey, sometimes I'm frugal. Sometimes, someday I might put some curtains up. I don't know. It's doubtful, but I might. Let's see, if I do that, then I gotta get the brackets and the curtain rod, and I'm just too cheap to do that. I might do it someday. But I mean, in my bedroom, my last house in San Juan, Batangas, I had this shade cloth up there the whole time I lived there. Everybody, went in like, why don't you get some curtains? Because I just don't feel like it. I'm lazy. But yeah, I'm happy to see these guys doing. I really want. We measured the other day, and we know how to measure, but it's always good to have the contractor come in and take their own measurements, so that if there's a mistake or whatever, guess what? It's not on Mr. Kent and I. It's on him. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I've done this thing a time or two. Oh wow, Bruce! I haven't seen you guys in a while. Bruce and Carol. Hello there, Colonel. How are you guys doing, man? It's good to see you again. I'm back home finally. I'm gonna go away in a few days, for a couple days, but I'll be back. And I'm going up to Rojas City again, Kent.
You're going to Rojas?
Yeah, they have the expat get together. Some of my friends, so we're gonna go up there and just hang out for a couple days and say hello and whatnot. So Bruce, how are you and Carol doing? Are you staying warm? Is it, you can't really, I don't know if you see through the back window, and you can't, hold on, let it focus. I got a Christian school right behind my house. And, yeah, they just cleaned there were all kinds of banana trees and other kinds of vegetation. They cleared all that out, so now the kids back here, they can see right into the bedroom, and I don't really want that. I mean, there's a little bit of tint on the glass, so, but if I have the light on or whatever, yeah, they can see in here.
Isa na din kwarta na.
Dua.
Yung isa din.
Ayun.
I don't even think it matters. It's up to you, Jay. If we're gonna take them out, don't even worry about it. They're putting the louvers back in, but I'm like, if we're gonna replace them, why bother? There's two broken ones anyway over there. And in all fairness to Kent, folks, this is his uncle's house, but he's got the honor of handling it, if you know what I mean. Don't worry about that, guys. I'll get it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. That's a poor man's curtain. You see? You all thought the colonel was rich. Now you know. Now you see how I live. I don't live like a rich man. I'm rich in other things. I'm rich in the spiritual life more so than in the material life. Don't worry about it. You gotta take them all out anyway. You want to save this glass, right?
It's totally fine. I can go
You wanna
and
save
just, yeah.
Well, what we'll do is the other ones that I have broken, we'll just take these and replace the broken ones in the other
Yeah,
one.
we can definitely do that.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll get it, guys. Don't worry about it. That's to keep the cats out. Yeah. Yeah, there's some broken ones and we'll replace. There's only a couple. But yeah, I've been fighting with the local cats. When I'm not here, they like to come in the house. They like to do things on my sofa and everything else, and I don't like that. So he's working out the deal with these guys. Bruce and Carol, so that's nice. If we don't hear from you, Then have a nice safe trip. As for us, snow melting everywhere and lots of mud. Oh my goodness. Had to put chains on the F-350. Wow. Yeah.
There's a problem with the reflective glass because if you're inside, once you turns on the light,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Yeah, people
they
can
can
see.
definitely.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
Okay,
no
so
problem.
you're totally fine with that?
Yeah, no, I already know about that. But during the day, as long as there's a little bit on the outside where they can't see in, at nighttime they're always going to be able to see in. I understand that.
Okay.
But if it has some that during the day where they can't see in, that's good.
Okay.
But yeah, no, always when you turn the light on, they're always going to be able to see. No problem. Yeah,
So
I know that.
we can definitely use the reflective glass.
Yeah.
As you mentioned.
Dark mode or something.
Dark lang. Okay.
It's
sige.
dark,
Yeah.
reflective.
Yeah, that's fine. But as long as you're okay with it, I would be. I'm going to keep that black cloth up there regardless.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, because I don't want people seeing in.
All right.
But yeah, as long as you're happy with that, yeah,
good
let's
with
do it.
that.
Yeah, keep the, you know, keep the cost. You know, we don't want to do anything fancy,
Okay.
unless you want to. It's your house. Because if this works out and everything and it's all good, then maybe we can look at doing some other
Okay.
windows. Because yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if it was I'm sure how, but if it was my house, I would do the whole thing. But
Okay.
but for my purposes, I only need that room right now.
All right.
Yeah, because it'll help keep the dirt out too.
Okay.
So yeah. Sorry about that, folks. We're just talking details here. The glass is going to be like reflective, and he's explaining to me, making sure I'm okay with it, you know, that I'm aware of when they turn the light on, that they can see in. I'm like, I'm aware of that. That's just the way it is. That's no problem. But and here's my green screen that everybody. I've never showed my house before. I don't really like to, but there's the green screen where everybody thinks it's a green screen. That's my wall hanging. Makes me feel like I'm at the beach. And, but the Colonel lives a simple life. I don't live in a fancy condo or anything like that. But I need a house because I have so many tools. And I was never going to show this house to anybody because I'm not happy with it, to be honest. But I will show you. This is why I need a house and not a condo. Because, hold on a second. Because see, the Colonel's got tools. Because I can do construction, okay? And I can do woodworking. Oh, hold on, my gimbal's acting crazy on me. There's my compressor. I got weed whacker there. I got ladders, and there's my piano and some other stuff, but tools. I got a wood planer down there. I got all kinds of tools. I got pneumatic tools. I got electric tools. I mean, I can do a little bit of everything. A lot of people don't know. I haven't talked about that too much, but you know, I got skills. And when it comes to construction and things like that, I tell people all the time, I built a house in Thailand. So I do know what I'm doing. And if I run into a problem, I call my brother.
We
Yes,
have
sir.
a slight difference here because the computation for that one, it's not for the tubular. So yeah, it's
I
if they're going to use tubular here,
expect the price to go up. So
no, it's only 1,000 for each window.
So we're looking at 8 something.
Additional 2,000. It's like
Yeah,
that's
so
15, right?
so we're looking at 15, 16,000, something like that.
Yeah.
So still, folks, 16,000 is still cheap.
Yeah, because I mean the one that they quoted, it's not for a tubular here, because they didn't like.
Whatever you think's best. It doesn't.
Yeah.
For me, I don't care. I just want it to work, just so I can open and close it.
Yeah.
And if they make a solid piece here, I just assumed that they were using tubular to begin with. What were they going to do? Just a flat slider? Just a flat piece?
Probably, yeah.
A U, yes.
Yeah.
That's not good because when the rain comes, it's, yeah. Okay, so what they quoted me on before was they were just gonna use the U stock down here at the bottom, but now they're gonna use the frame, which I wanted, the tubular frame, which is what I wanted to begin with. So. Hey, Norm, welcome to the Colonel's little chalet. We're putting windows in my bedroom, and we're just, you know, I knew when they saw me that things would change. You know what I mean? See the color of my skin? I knew it was going to change. but it's still minimal cost.
Okay.
For me to have the benefit of being able to put the air conditioning, it's worth it.
Doug, there is an explanation because if
It's fine.
it's not going to be tubular. The sliding will not be.
The event.
It's not going to be even.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of it.
Okay, you
I
already
just,
know.
I just assumed that they were doing tubular to begin with.
Okay.
But when if they're gonna use the flat U stock yet, it's not, that won't work.
Okay.
I
So
don't
you're
want-
good with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want that anyway, because even when it rains and stuff, the water collects, I don't want that. The
Oh,
tubular
yeah.
is the way to go.
All right.
Yeah, I've done this before, so I know what, I know what you're doing. I mean, I know exactly what you're doing.
Kumpleto sa tolls eh. Mga pangkating so sa
Okay, siya gumbravo na.
Yeah, yeah, I want the actual the real frame
Okay.
around the glass, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the best, and, you'll appreciate that, that'll be better for you later.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's only it. That's an additional 3,000 per head.
That's fine.
Okay, so we.
Well, you're paying for all this, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it out of them one way or the other. But, yeah. Wait, see, I'm making this, I'm just testing them on this little
So they're
project.
going to
Wait till the
install
next
it like a
thing.
day or two. Most probably, are you here Friday?
Hold on one second.
Saka mo?
Folks,
Sige, sige.
just bear with
Oo,
me.
okay, sige.
I'm gonna set this down, we gotta talk. What's today's date? I'm gonna be
Today's
gone.
the 5th.
Okay, if they come tomorrow, that's fine. I'm gonna be gone Sunday.
Sunday.
So if they would, as long as they do it before Sunday.
Thursday won't.
Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. I think that's okay, yeah. But I have to leave, I have to be out of here. I'm leaving early on Sunday.
Okay.
So if
Kaya
they,
matasin.
That's it, no. It's going to be a fast.
that should be,
Yeah.
I'll do it myself. But if I knew how to if I could make the windows, I could do it myself. Okay, Friday or Saturday, just let me know
Alright.
to make, because I'll forget, make sure I'm here.
Okay. I'll call
Either
you.
call me or message me, make sure I'm here so that they can get in. Yeah,
Alright.
no problem.
Okay, cover. Because they're going to like buy the materials
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then have it fabricated
Yeah.
and then so that we can have it
And
installed
just,
here.
message me with the total and everything, we'll work that out.
Okay. Anong or ban na lang? Or picture na lang? Half lang. Okay, if they're going to require half of the payment so that they can
No.
purchase the material.
Oh, man, I'm poor, I thought you were paying for all this. I don't know what I got. So what's the total?
Kasi sila na yung gagawin. Excuse me again.
How about we do 8?
If you need this,
Is that
the
it?
car wash, he has a car wash shop there in front of Kawasaki, or beside Kawasaki.
I keep checking out, but I go to this other place, and if I go somewhere else, they're gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. I go to over to, Bugnow, over beside One Spatial.
Ah, okay. And if you have like friends who likes to have like
Where-
koi ponds,
Okay,
you can also contract that.
They like what?
Koi ponds.
I used to do that.
Really?
Yeah, I used to have koi like that.
That is his.
Yeah, I love that
hobby.
stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. I can't do it here.
Yeah, we can do it here.
Even in Thailand, what I did was, I built my own pond above ground with block, AAC block and a liner. So it was like 2 pools, like an upper pool and lower pool.
No, makadalo naman here kung Cisco. Hindi ka doon. Pull up. Okay na? Okay, sige, sige. Okay. 1760.
Okay, so 8, that's gonna, we'll give you 9.
9 years sa Thailand. Nag-start siya sa Thailand for 9 years. May, you have,
That's why I'm poor now, because I lost so much
friend there.
weight. I lost so much That's why I'm so poor.
Di ba namin ang life sa Thailand?
The
Oh,
life, how about
I
the
forgot
life in
we're
Thailand?
live.
Is it nice? in
Don't
Thailand?
listen to any of that, folks. Oh my goodness, I'm giving up my personal information. Well, I told everybody knows I was married in Thailand anyway. No, oh, hey, Karen. Then he put, we're talking about windows here, folks. Just bear with me. I forgot I was live streaming. It's all good. I'm flipping money out and everything, you know. But so yeah, we're just, what was it, 17? Yeah, but what was the total? Hold on, folks. We got to settle some money here. I was laughing at that. That's the first time I've ever done that. We got Bruce again. Hey, Bruce and Carol saying hello to Karen. Norm heard nothing. Yeah, Norm, I know better than that. You heard everything. It's still a really good price, you know, for what it. If they put them in and the windows are nice and they work, they slide, they work well, I'll be happy with it because it's going to help me out.
17,680.
Okay, so let's take mine. Mine.
8,680.
Let me write that down so you know. I'll have to follow Ken to the ATM. I have to follow Ken to the ATM so he can give me back my ring. I'm joking. Appreciate it. Hey, I'll be right back, folks. I'll take you with me. Going outside. And my neighbors are painting. Don't get paint on my multi-cab now. Yeah. Don't get paint on there. I get hostile. There. Thank you. Appreciate it. My neighbors are painting their house here. He's not these guys, but the people in this house are relatives of Ken, right? It's your uncle, right?
Yeah.
Not him, but yeah. I told him don't get paint on my multi-cab. I get hostile. So hey, I figured out how to get to the motor. And it's actually pretty simple. Hold on, folks. These latches, just come up. There's one there and there's one here. And then it just,
Hey, you just flip it over.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dirty. I was cleaning it. It was really dirty. So it's
You've been like wiping it out?
yeah, I was just wiping a little bit, just with this. But I'll clean it up. I'll have it done the right way eventually. But anyway, that's the part of the motor. The other side, that seat flips up too, folks. But double check those numbers. Gee, that's funny, man. I was double and triple checking. But honestly, for what they're charging for, I'm not that worried about it. And really, I mean, it's nobody's business. But I'm helping Ken out here. I'm doing some improvements. It's not my house, you know, but I got to live here. So that's why everybody says, "Oh, why you do some of that stuff? It's not your house." Well, because I have to live here. You know, you're not living here. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who's got to live here. And there's old Rawhide there. Yeah. And here's the one, and he knows about this, so I'm not complaining about anything I haven't told him already. This is what irritates the hell out of me. The heck out of me, excuse me, using bad words. See that? This is what the cats do to me. These suckers, they punish me every day. And then yesterday, little suckers, man, I stepped on. I didn't even see it. That's why it smelled funky in the house yesterday. I was like, what is that funky smell? And I figured it out. So anyway.
Yeah, anyway, I'll get going down.
Appreciate it, man.
You-
Thank you.
Give that.
Yeah.
I already talked to someone that would be on one Sunday for that bulb, and I'll have it check as well. This
Okay, I'll have to leave.
Sunday.
I'll have to leave the gate open then.
Okay, yeah.
I'll
Because,
latch. I'll latch it, but I'll leave the lock off, so you just reach in and open it.
okay.
See this one?
Or I'll just call you. Just
I
call
won't
you
be
first.
here. I won't be here.
But that just to.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Just to
But what
update
I-
you if they will be.
What I'll do is I'll just leave this lock over here. They'll have to reach in and unlatch it.
Okay.
But because before I didn't even know. So yeah,
Yeah.
they'll get just reach and open that.
Okay. But
I'll lock
let you know
this
if
up.
we are going to come here.
Okay.
Going to bring your motor?
Nah, I'm not taking a chance with LTO. He's asking me if I'm going to drive this thing, but I ain't got the documentation yet on this. There ain't no way I'm driving that thing. Have LTO impound it and take it from me or whatever. Give me a fine. Take my license. That's fine. Can't.
All right.
Don't worry about
Thank
it.
you. Thank you so
All right,
much.
man. Appreciate it. Now I can eat. Oh, I got to leave that open for him. Yeah, that's all right. Just leave it open. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. So anyway, folks, I'm back, and I've been waiting all morning for them to get here, and it is what it is. And so a lot of people say, "Yeah, why are you paying stuff? It's not your house." And I get it, but sometimes you got to work with people, and I know on a for real, that if I'm not willing to work with them, it won't get done, because they don't care. They just don't care. I mean, all they want is their rent. So, Michael Smith up there in Bye Bye Beach up there in Rojas City, he knows what I'm talking about, and because he's done the same thing where he was living and whatnot. And sometimes if you're renting, you want to improve something, you just do it yourself. Because over here in the Philippines, it's such a small amount of money. And for me, it creates some goodwill. I did the same thing in Thailand. I had this one family. They let me live in the house for free. I didn't pay rent. And what I told him is, I was really thankful for that. And what I told him, I said, you know what? I'll refurbish this house. I'll paint it. I'll fix it all up and make it better than it was when I moved in appreciation for you letting me live there. Now, this guy's not letting me live here for free. I wish he was. He's not, and I'm paying more rent than I want to pay. But here's the deal. I also know that if I'm not willing to do something, it's not ever going to get done. Is it helping him? Well, 100%. Is he the one who benefits? Not 100%, because I'm going to benefit because while I'm living here. Now, when I'm gone, yeah, it 100% benefits him. But for me, it's a small price to pay to put in new windows in here so I can feel normal. Now having the louvered windows is great if you want cross breeze and air to come in. But when you're entering the really hot weather, you want that air con. And they've had air con in here before, people living there, but I'm not willing to run air con with windows that don't seal up. So I told them, I said, we're putting in sliders in here that we can close. And are they going to keep all the cold air in? No, there's going to be cracks and stuff. And the geckos will still be able to get, but you know what? It's better than what we have here. And it cracked me up. Their biggest concern is that that I will be dissatisfied with the tint on the windows. And I'm like, I don't care. Just tint them a little bit, keeps the sun's rays out. I know that when you turn the light on at nighttime, people can see you. I know that. Everybody should know that. But they were an impression that I don't know that and I don't understand it. So I kind of got a kick out of that. And but these are the things you run into when you live in Southeast Asia. It was the same in Thailand. But the beautiful difference, folks, about the Philippines here is they can talk about stuff in English, and I can talk to them, and they understand more than what the workers in Thailand did. Now, does that mean that they're going to do what I want? Don't fool yourself. They're going to do what they're going to do. But they'll humor you in English, and they'll listen to you. It doesn't mean they're going to do what I want. But they know what I want. We'll see what the final product. I'm still going to have to put stuff around, a frame around where I do my air, because my air conditioner is so small. But I told them to go ahead and make the opening big so that if somebody wants to put a larger unit in there, they can. And I'm going to run my small unit. I'll put foam and I'll seal up around it, but it'll be a whole lot easier than what I would have to do now. If I wanted to seal those windows up and run air conditioning now, I would have to seal the whole big opening with plywood or whatever, and I'm not willing to do that. I don't want to do that, because then I lose all my daylight. Even though I have the black garden anti-weed control cloth on there, I still get some daylight, you know. But Norm, you crack me up, man. I'm still reading that. And saying, I heard nothing. But anyway, that's funny. Hey, Brian, welcome to the channel, man. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Good to see you. But folks, thanks you for all those thumbs up. I see 10 of them, 10 thumbs up already. 9 people still hanging out. I appreciate that. What I was waiting on all morning is finished now, and they'll be back on. They said Friday or Saturday. I hope so, because I'm heading up to Rojas City for that little expat get together at the Canadian Beaver, which I think is the Filipino Beaver now. They're still calling it Canadian Beaver, but I think it's the Filipino Beaver, if there is such a thing. And we could go down that road, but let's not. And family-friendly channel. But anyway. That's what I got going on here, and now I showed more of my house than I ever wanted to, because frankly, to be honest, I'm embarrassed by this place. Not that I'm some high society rich guy. I'm not. But, you know, I want to be presentable, and my house is still not, for me, it's still not presentable. I don't have the storage. I can just throw everything in that extra bedroom and keep the door closed if I want, but I don't like that clutter and whatnot. And plus, if by chance I have a friend come here from the U.S. and he wants to sleep, I want them to have room in that bedroom so I can put a mattress in there, because I sleep on 3 mattresses. That's just what I do, because I don't have a standard bed. I don't know that I'm going to get one, but I'd like to get away from that foam. That foam, if you guys don't realize, that memory foam and all this stuff, everybody talks so it's not. It messes you up. I don't care what they say. It actually messes you up, depending on how you sleep. And the way I sleep, it jacks me up. Brian said, work's busy. Well, we'll see. TM says, I liked your wood ceiling. Looks expensive. Nice. Well, I'll tell you folks, at one time, this home here was beautiful. It's not anymore. Because typical of a lot of places, they make these really pretty houses, and then there's no upkeep. There's no maintenance. And even in here, there's a leak from the roof, and it's coming down through the wood ceiling and stuff, and then it stains the wall. But this is a typical rental house. They're not living here. They don't care about it. They just want to get money off of it. And you know, I'm Mr. Wonderful, and I'm giving them. Now I'm not giving them as much as they wanted, because what they wanted was way too high for what this house is worth. And I told them that, and I'm still paying them way more than I should be paying them. But this is Iloilo. And that's just the way it is. Iloilo, it's a little more expensive to live here. But I have SNR. I have SM. You know, Festa walk up here into that. The guy I was meeting with, the guy that used to work in the same places I worked at, he loves living in his condo in Festa walk. And each to their own. Some people love to live like that. I don't. And I don't have to, I don't want to say anything that's hurtful. I don't have to live like that. But some people enjoy that. They have the means to do that, and that's what they want to do. God bless them. And, you know, be thankful for what you have and what you can afford to, how you can afford to live. That's up to you. I live very frugally. And honestly, if I could, I would get out of the city, live outside the city on a piece of land. And honestly, as long as I can put an AC in it and seal it up, I'll live in a Kubo. I ain't worried about it. You know, I'm not proud. I'm a country boy. And you know what they say? Country boys will survive, right? But I do like the amenities that a city offers. I just don't want to live in it. But I like to live out and then be able to drive in 20 minutes or to get in the city. If I want to go walk around the mall, hop in the mall and go walk around the mall. Because I like to be in there in the air conditioning and just walk around and seeing people and smiling at people and having people gritting on me and looking at me because I look funny and I look like a foreigner because I am one. It's all good. You know, that's part of the joy too of a foreigner leaving your country, whatever country it is, but for me it was America, and going over here to Southeast Asia, living in a totally different culture, totally foreign to me, area and culture and lifestyle, the architecture, everything. But now I'm so used to it, and to me it's commonplace, and I look at this as my home country, even though, look, I'm always going to be an American, and I'm always going to support America. Maybe not the American government, but I'm going to support the American people because that's the way I am. And I was in the military, and I spent my whole life serving the people of America. Whether y'all realize it or not, that are American, listen to this. I did what I did Yeah, I did it for me, for my family, but I did it for you too, to keep you safe, whether you realize it or not, or whether you appreciate it or not. I did it, and I do it again. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'm backed up on the thing here. Norm says, mate, your house there is much nicer than my tiny unit here in Sydney. I don't know about that, Norm. I mean, I don't. It may look like it, but it's got. I mean, I don't even. I gotta go out and prime a water pump. Like right now, I don't have running water in here, unless I plug in my pump, go out there and prime it. And it's been taking longer and longer to prime with this hot weather. So hopefully, while I'm gone, they're gonna do something to maybe fix that somewhat. We're gonna find out. I made some suggestions to them of what I told them is going on, what they need to do, because there's some leaks. They need to fix the leaks. It's not that big of a deal. But he thought it was going to be, and he was unwilling to do it. So I showed him, look, it's leaking here and it's leaking there. All I got to do is just, reattach this PVC and cap that one off, because I decided I don't need that spigot out behind the house, and it's not that hard. And could I do it myself? Yeah, I could do it myself. But you know what? It's not my house. I want him to do. He's a young fella, and I want him to take ownership, because his uncle gave him this house to rent out for him and his wife to make some money. So I want him to take a little bit of responsibility for that, if you know what I mean. So I'm also teaching, is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to teach him a better, if you're going to deal with foreigners, we have certain expectations. And I tried to tell him, if you don't meet some of these expectations, you won't have a foreigner renting here. Because most of the time, foreigners are going to take care of their homes better. And the Filipinos, they know that. You get the wrong family in here, and they'll just destroy your house. And that's what happened. The people they destroyed this house, and I mean, I still got writing on the screen door that I was trying to get off, and it's just, he's like, well, we had to repaint the whole thing, and I'm like, well, whoever did your painting, they spot painted is what they did. I'm looking at the wall now, and it's like there's flat paint, there's gloss, there's semi-gloss, there's gloss. It's insane, and I might do something about that in the bedroom, just because I want something to look fresh. None of the cabinet doors closed, because they got piano hinges on all of them, and they painted over them, which, believe it or not, paint, you wouldn't think it, but it was thick enough where you can't close the doors. And I just told him, I said, come on, man, what is this? And I said, but anyway, we'll see. Depends how long I stay here and how motivated I feel. Let's see. Most likely a lot more affordable, Norm. Yeah, Norm. I don't know where Norm. They're in Sydney. I don't know. Sydney. I would think Sydney's expensive. I don't know. But yeah, this place it's more rent than what I want to spend, but it's still cheap, folks. And I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot cheaper than I'd be paying in the U.S. for the same place. That's how I clean if unexpected company shows and stops by. Everything goes in the spare bedroom and shut the door. Hey, it works, right? Just don't open that door. Yeah, don't open it. I think about the people who shove everything in the closet and they're like, don't open it. And if someone opens the closet and everything just tumbles out. That's funny. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, TM. Norm says, I've had to change all the faucets in Marissa's house. They changed the water pump to a higher pressure, so everything leaked. Yeah. Fix it yourself is their answer. So I did. Yeah, Norm, so you can relate to what I'm dealing with here. Because they don't want to spend the money, because they're like, hey, you're renting it. I ain't living there. You live there. You want to fix it? Go ahead and do it. And that's what they want. They want you to spend your own money to fix stuff, because they know when you leave, they got a new house. And I'm like, I'm okay with that if you're going to do a little bit. And that's what I told him. I said, Ken, I want you to do, you got to do a little bit, man. Or when I leave here, I expect all that money I gave you for the deposits. I expect all that money back, my friend. Or I expect something, even if I break the contract, which technically there is no legal contract, even though they never went and got it notarized. So over here in the Philippines, that's considered then not binding. This is what my Filipino friends were telling me. Did they get it notarized? I'm like, no, not that I know of. And she checked, and she's like, yeah, you're not bound by any of that. I said, okay. But that don't mean they're going to give me my money back when I leave. But, I've already fixed some stuff on my own, out of my own pocket, just because it was broken and I wanted it to work. But my biggest gripe about this house is the water. You know, the windows is not even my biggest gripe. The cats, yeah, I got a gripe about it. And he talked to me about, you want me to take care of the cats? And I'm like, man, I hear what you're saying, but I'll get blamed for it. And I'm not going down that road, even though I might want you to. I'm not doing it. But I'm so tired of them pooping out here in front of the house, stinking up the whole front of my house. It's so annoying. I've tried different things, and I'm still working on it. But yeah, one day I got to get me a water gun. You know, it's a toy. YouTube, okay? Talking about a toy, and something that shoots out water. Okay. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Let me catch up. Ah, there's my brother Happa. Sent you a message there, man, earlier. I hadn't seen you for a while. I was getting a little concerned. I hope all's well with you, man. And it's good to see you in the chat. I appreciate that. Look forward. I look forward to the regular people that come in here, man. Norm, Stone Cold, you know, James and Karen, Nenny putting out on her channels coming in, and Happa. You know, I get used to seeing you guys. And Lowell always comes here, and not Brian's. It's more than one Brian, so I got to say the Brian's. And there's TM. I mean, I appreciate everybody, and I say it every time. You guys probably get tired of me hearing it, and tired of me thanking you all, but I think it's important to thank people that support you. I really do. Norm says, some mouse traps for the cats. Well, I thought about that, but mine would have been rat traps. And I even thought, and this is kind of evil, but I even thought about the sticky traps. Cats hate that when they step on a sticky trap and it gets on. Now they'll get off of it and they'll get it off of them eventually, but it annoys the heck out of them. And the reason I don't do that is because I don't want to make my neighbors mad because it's their cats. And the other reason is I don't want to hear that squalling when they're trying to get that sticky paper off of them. You know, I just don't want to hear them squalling. They'll be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And I get enough noise out there as it is with these dang dogs. You know, that dog being in heat. I hope she should be done soon. I hope. But they were squalling again last night and earlier this morning. You know, it is what it is. You gotta love living in the Philippines, and Thailand's the same way. It's all good. Brian says, have you tried the pepper on the ground where the poop happens? Which kind of pepper? Are you talking about chili peppers? Or are you talking about black pepper or white pepper? I had some oregano that was bad. Dry oregano, ground up oregano. I dumped all that out there. And that seems to have slowed them down a little bit. They don't like the smell of the oregano. So I might be onto something with that. I don't know. I kind of looked at it as like, I wonder if they'll eat it like catnip. You know, but yeah, because you know oregano has a very pungent smell to it, and if they're out there digging with their paws and they're making that oregano dust go up, that might get in their nostrils, that might bother them. I don't know, but white pepper. I haven't tried that, Brian. Does that work? Are you messing with me? You know, yeah, I haven't tried. I never heard that one. I haven't tried white pepper, but it's worth a shot. You know, I wish it'd be a whole lot cheaper if I could get white peppercorns. I could grind them up myself. You say it works. So the ground white pepper, I'm assuming, and you just sprinkle it on the ground, or you sprinkle it on the poop, or what, you know? I tell you what, if I had lime, I'd go out there and spread lime everywhere, and then watch the cats dig around in the lime and go back home with that white powder all over them. That would be funny. Well, you gave me a thumbs up there, Brian. So is it just all over the ground? Is that that's what the thumbs up for? But yeah, I might give that a shot. White pepper's expensive over here though, but that might be worth a shot if it helps. But see, these cats are so crazy too. They're crapping right on the concrete slab, because I put the stuff. I got mothballs out there to quell some of the stench. I got mothballs out there. And then I put the oregano. So you know what the cat said? Hey, that's fine. We ain't going over there. We're just gonna crap here on your concrete slab. I'm like, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them. David, hey David, I hadn't seen you on my chat in a while, but welcome. Hey Colonel, it's David. Yeah, I knew who you were. When you're doing a review of the new mode of transportation, well, when it's drivable. I can't legally drive it yet. So when that happens, yeah, and I think James he's already offered to come down, but I can't film it here at the house. I got to wait till I can drive it out, and that's going to be a month and a half or so, depending on the LTO when I get the paperwork that makes it legal to drive. Because I'm just not going to take a chance, because I would be the one that would go out there and roll through the LTO checkpoint, and they'd pull me over because all I have is a registration tag, Ford registration on my tag, and they're going to be like, sir. You're not authorized to drive this until you get your copy of your ORC. So I got to wait. So it's going to sit here at the house, and I don't have enough room between where it's parked in the wall to get the camera around to there to do a sufficient job, Dave. So when the time comes, we'll do it. I was in your area the other day, and I almost sent you a message, and then I thought, nah, I don't want to bother you guys. I didn't know if y'all were home or not, but I was out that way where you live. Brian says, on the ground, have to reapply after. Yeah, that would be the problem, Brian. I'd spend all that money on the white pepper because it's expensive here. And then it'll rain. And you just never know in Iloilo when it's going to rain. Excuse me. See if I got any more. No, I don't have more tea in here. So, yeah, that's an issue. But I don't know, man. It's still tempting. It's still tempting. Excuse me, folks. I got to get up and go over here and get something to drink because getting that little tickle in the throat from talking too much. I see there's 7 of you in here. I appreciate that. 12 thumbs up. That's cool. Appreciate that too. Well, y'all don't need to see what's in my refrigerator. And something might jump out at me. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I'll see what I'm going to get. Oh, man. Look at that white beard coming in. I'm starting to look like Colonel Sanders again. If I grow that goatee. Yeah, I got dishes here. I got a pan there. My wok, I gotta wash that sucker. But which means I gotta go out and prime the pump. No, I just don't feel like doing that yet. But so, David, are you guys back here in the Iloilo area? I know where you live. I'm not gonna put that out there, but are you guys traveling? You and Rowena. Sorry, I had to take a sip there. And it's all good. I don't know, Brian, thinking about that white pepper, it's possible that maybe it's not going to rain for a couple months here. I mean, we are getting ready to go into the hot season. So it's possible. I don't know, man. But it would be my luck that about the time I sprinkled that all over, out there, that it would rain that same day. I know that's what would happen to me. Hold on, I'm filling up my water jug. I keep a couple water bottles in the fridge so I have something cold to drink. And excuse me. That's how I do it. And I'm not happy with this kitchen because it's so small. I need a very large kitchen because of all my little gadgets and stuff. So I have a table over here across from the kitchen that's got my oven on it, it's got my microwave on it, it's got my air fryer, my rice cooker, my water heater for my kettle, and also I keep my water jug there. Yeah, so if I ever have my own place or build again, I got to have a big kitchen or a lot of counter space anyway. Because I like to have everything out. I don't like to have to reach under and grab stuff from in a cabinet or whatever. So what's going on in your all's lives? Holler at me. Say something in the chat. Tell me I'm ugly. Dave said, just been sitting home trying to save up for a couple of day trip to Manila to renew the SRRV. Well, you can go over to Cebu too, Dave. You don't have to go to Manila. You can go to wherever PRA is. And I'm heading to Manila this month also, probably, because I got to go back to where I used to live to pick up some paperwork, and I'm not looking forward to that at all. I don't mind going to Manila. I like going and hanging out in BGC and I like going to that one mall because that's where the brickyard shop is, the hobby shop where I get my little Tamiya cars. And I need to go in there and see what's new. Yeah, I enjoy those little things. Maybe maybe Shopee or Lazada might have it. Yeah, no, Brian, I know where to get white pepper, the ground, and I can get the ground or the pepper. I haven't seen. Sometimes you can see the peppercorns, but it's just, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I might try though, because they irritate the heck out of me. These stupid cats. I'd really rather have a water thing, so I can spray water on them because my hose doesn't read. But because that'll teach them. They know already when they see me, they take off. That's why they wait for me to go to bed and they go out there during the night because they know I'm going to chase them off, or I'm going to let the dogs in from the street to chase them. That cracks me up. The dogs come running here and they run around the whole house looking for those stupid cats, and they're not here when the dogs come in. But it cracks me up. What did I miss here? Norm says my kitchen is about 6 by 6, so very small. Is that 6 meters or 6 feet? Or is it 6 centimeters? Is it a Barbie? It's a Barbie kitchen? I'm just kidding, Norm. Niels, I'm at San Francisco Airport. I'm on a 6.5 hour layover. Niels, whatever you want to eat that you think you're not going to be able to get over here, go sit down and eat something, man, for old time's sake, just as a final meal in America. Yeah. But yeah, I hate those layovers, man. But it is, if you can find a nice place to sit and eat, sometimes it's worth it paying those expensive airport prices just to be able to sit there in comfort. If you're flying in style, go to the lounge. I've done that a couple times. It's kind of cool. But safe travels, my friend. Let us know when you get here. Nora says, citrus peels are supposed to work. Never tried it though. I did that, Norm. I did. I put the lemon peel out there now it was used, and it didn't seem to bother them at all. Norm says 6 feet. Yeah, that's a small kitchen, brother. Is that wall to wall or is that floor space? Because if it's wall to wall, man, once you factor in countertops and stuff, that's even smaller. So I'm imagining that your kitchen is kind of like a galley style kitchen. And actually, no, mine's a little bit bigger than from wall to wall, but the counter space is not there. But that's typical here in the Philippines. They don't have, and plus I do have an outdoor kitchen or an area that could be an outdoor kitchen, but it's not covered. And I haven't covered that yet, and I don't think I'm going to, because I don't think I'm going to use it, because I got to go up and down steps, and I don't like going up and down steps. I got steps going in my bedrooms, and I hate that, and I have to be careful every time I go up and down them because of my arthritis in my knees giving out. But it is what it is. You just have to be careful. Neil says, well, I'm only going to be there for 6 weeks, so that'll be all right. Oh, yeah, you'll be all right, Neil. So I thought you were coming here for longer than that. Yeah, 6 weeks, that month and a half that's not very long at all. But I bet you have a smile on your face while you're here, right? Tell me I'm lying. Norm said, when I have a 6 hour layover in Manila, I'll rent a hotel. Probably a waste, but cool. Each to their own, Norm. I mean, for some people that's worth it. If you can get in at the Savoy, I mean that's right across the road from there. But I don't know, 6 hours ain't very long either. I kind of like to have more time than that if I'm going to go to a hotel. But hey, if that's what you like to do and it works for you, I ain't gonna stop you. I'm not, you got to do you, man. As long as it's not illegal, whatever, you do you. David says, the cats tore up my seat cover on my ADV and scratched my seat. I have to cover my bike to keep. Yeah, I've had that happen to me. Fortunately, not here yet. But when I was San Juan Batangas, I did. They got on my Kimco AK550. That's a $500,000 peso bike. Okay, and yeah, I was torqued. And I had to start covering that. And then another male cat was spraying. He was spraying right on my seat. And I'm like, you know what? You're going to die. But but he didn't. I was hoping he would one day, but he wouldn't. But I did have one cat that died at the gate to the entrance to my yard. It's either that or somebody put him there. I thought he was sleeping, but he wasn't sleeping. It was dead. I mean, it was. I watched it lay there all day long, and I'm like, man, that cat hadn't got up once. I went out there. It was dead on the door now. Yeah, that was something else. And nobody looked at it or said anything until I set it over by the trash bin, and then everybody started staring like, oh, and they're like scared. Oh, it's a dead cat. Like, it's been laying here all day, folks. You've been walking by, it didn't do a thing. I moved it, and now you're having a fit. So I had to get the homeowner came over and got it and took it back to his place and buried it. I could have buried it in the yard there at the house, but I didn't. I figured that was his job. But anyway, Norm says my house is basically 2 rooms, each about 5 meters by 5 meters. One room is the kitchen, lounge, and another room is my bedroom and CR. Only 15,000 peso a week. That's not bad, Norm. I'm paying 15 here, folks, and I think I should only be paying 10, to be honest with you. But that's based on my experience of living over here in Southeast Asia. I don't expect high rent. Because for what you get, it's not worth it, unless it is. Now, if you're living where my buddy Paul lives over there in the mega world or whatnot, and they want to pay 40,000 for rent or whatever, well, they're getting a newer condo and all that kind of stuff, and getting the living in the highfalutin building with all the other rich people. And hey, if that's what your ability is, and that's what you like, and that's what you want, I don't judge people, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy the blessings that God's given you. Go for it. But I think this house, I pay too much. He wanted more, and I talked him down on the rent. And I should have talked him down to like 13. But honestly, I don't think I should be paying more than 10. And if I was Filipino, maybe I could have got him down to 10. I don't know. My friend said she could have got him down to 13. I said, man, I should have let you talk. She goes, yeah, I know. She goes, I know you wouldn't stop talking, and you agreed too quick. I said, I know, that's one of my faults. I apologize. Neil says, my 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartment in Pangasinan is 10,000 peso. That's not bad, man. In San Juan, Batangas, I had a 3-bedroom home, single home, and big home and everything. I paid 10,000. And I really felt like at first I wanted it to be down to 8. But after living there, I was like, you know what? I got this for a steal. Now they have new people have moved in there, a Filipino family. I don't know what, because it's owned by an older American and his Filipino wife. So I don't know what, I'm wondering if they upped the rent. I know they wanted to charge me more after they saw me, but I'm like, nope, you said 10, I'm paying you 10. But I took care of that place for them. I mean, I cut the grass myself. I did everything. I didn't make them do anything on a regular basis. I made them do a couple things because it needed to be repaired, but as far as them having to do maintenance and cut the grass or something, no, I did all that myself. I did that for them. I even cut my neighbor's grass because it just seemed like the thing to do. I had 2 older ladies, one in one house, one in the other, and I would just cut the grass in the front of their house because I knew it would be difficult for them to do it, or they'd have to pay somebody to do it. So I just did it for them. Let's see, where are we at? Norm says, per week in Sydney, this is very cheap rent. There you go, Norm. Actually sounds like you have a decent place, man. It's really all you need. The one open room, you know, and where you're sitting, cooking, whatever, and then a bedroom with a CR. That's all you need. For me, I need a little bit more because of all the stuff I have. Here in Phoenix, I'm paying 1,000 USD per month for a bedroom with a shared living room, kitchen, dining room, bathroom, and pool. Well, I'll tell you what, Niels, you're living in the wrong place, my friend. You need to come over here and stay, not just for 6 weeks. You need to get out of that. There ain't no way in the world I'll be paying $1,000 a month rent for something like that. But you know what? I'm not judging you, because each to their own. But you'd almost be better buying a house if you're paying that much. Oh my goodness. Or buying it. Build a Kubo, man. But I'm not judging you, because I know things are expensive in the U.S. from what everybody tells me. I haven't been back there in over 6 years, or however long it's been, 7 years. I don't even know. But yeah, it's been a minute. I just put it that way. So I don't keep up on what the costs are. But I never liked to rent in the U.S. I rented when I was in the Army because I had to. I didn't have money to buy a home or anything like that, so I had to do what I had to do. And everybody's in their own situation, and you got to do what you got to do according to the situation that you're in. Brian says 2,800 Australian dollars. That is. Wow, that sounds like a lot to me, man. That sounds like a lot to me. I know the Australian dollar isn't what the U.S. dollar is, but that still sounds high to me. Neil says, oh, I want to, but I got to get Jane here for 5 years first for her to qualify for my death benefits from Social Security. I want to comment on Neil's, and I don't want you to be offended. And I'm going to comment because I have a close personal friend of mine who's doing that right now. And I just asked him, like I would ask you, is like, why are you doing that? Now, well, I love her and I want to take care of her, this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay, but would she do the same for you? And we got Americans, we marry Filipinos, and we want to take them back to the U.S. and we want them to be able to collect our Social Security. Is that fair to all of us Americans? Now, I'm not telling you not to do it, because if I was in your situation, I'd probably be doing it too. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. I don't want to go back to the U.S., and that's the reason why I have no plans of going back to the land of expensive prices and overpriced McDonald's and Burger King, and I don't want to do that. So please don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. But my friend's doing the same thing. He's spending thousands of dollars to try to get his wife. It's his wife now. He took her there on a 90-day fiance visa. Trying to get her green card, trying to get her so she can work, trying to get this, that, and the other, and because he wants her to be able to collect his Social Security benefit if something happens to him. And I'm just like, dude, why do you care? Which is a dumb question, I know. So don't be so hard on me for saying that. But I just think about some of that. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I might love my Filipino wife and stuff, but that's not my goal in life. Is to get her to get my Social Security benefits when I die. When you're dead, what do you care? I know that's not right, and it's going to make a lot of people mad. But it's just my work way of thinking about things. Because I have this thing in my mind of, it's just like, well, what do you want to do when you die? I don't care what you do with me when I die. I'm not in that body. I don't have a say in what goes on. I don't have a say that what happens. But those of you that want to provide for your Filipino wives, hey, good for you. Or if it's Thai wife, same thing. Good for you for doing that and for loving them that much, and you want to do that. But sometimes I just wonder, the hoops that we jump through to make it happen, is it really worth it? There's other ways to provide for your wife and whatnot. There's other things that you can set up that isn't a burden on the whole American society, so to speak. It's just different things I think about. It doesn't make them right. It doesn't make my opinion right. Because we have 2 kids that need to be supported. That's what I'm talking about, Niels. Everybody's situation is different. You got to do what you got to do. That's why I said I'm not judging you, and don't judge me for what I said, because I'm just looking at it from my perspective. It doesn't make it a right one. We've been married for 8 years. Yeah, Niels, that's great, man. Has she been in the U.S. yet? Before, or not up to this point? Paid in Social Security every year I work. Me too, dude. Me too. Now, I got a friend of mine from California, and he lives in Thailand, and he's like ultra conservative, probably maybe even more conservative than me, and because he doesn't even think I should get my retirement check from my federal job that I had. He's just like, man, we shouldn't have to be paying that, man. And I'm like, well, I appreciate you paying your taxes so I can get my pension for that federal job, for doing a job that you yourself weren't willing to do. You know what I mean? So don't take what I'm saying the wrong way, Niels. Please don't do that, okay? I'm not judging. Not at all, man. I'm not mad, bro, but that's how you feel. That's all right. Yeah, well, you got to understand, everybody has a different perspective on stuff. And I paid into Social Security, too. And I'll tell you what, though, I don't want my ex-wife getting anything from me from that, If I had a Filipino wife, I don't know, man, but I'm not. Am I going to go back to take her back to the U.S. and have to afford to live there on my retirement check just so she can get a few dollars from Social Security? No, I'm not going to do it. But everybody has to do with what they're comfortable with doing. And you got children, you want them to be taken care of. I understand that. Now, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's different qualifications for the children where the children can get that. That's something to look into because they get a different type of thing. I believe upon the death. But I'd have to go back and read. I read that all at one time, but I can't remember everything that I read. Okay. Neil says, no, she's never been here. She didn't want to come here. It's because of the Social Security that we're doing this. Yeah, each to their own. My friend was the same way. I was like, I told him, I said, man, why are you even taking her to the U.S.? You know, and because she really didn't want to go. I'm like, why are you, well, I want her to give to Social Security. And I got mixed feelings about that. You know, it's like, I don't know, man. I just got mixed feelings about it. But you got children involved. He doesn't have children involved in that situation. Now, she has 2 children, but they're older. But, yeah, and she hates me, though, because of the stuff that I told him and whatnot. But I just really felt like she was taking advantage of a situation, and he was allowing her to do it. So each to their own. Just like in Thailand, they took it. My wife took advantage of me there, and I allowed them to do it. We all do what we do for different and various reasons, and other people can stand back like myself. We can sit there and we can pass judgment and we can give our opinion and everything, but until we're in your situation or in their situation, we should probably just shut up. I'm here on YouTube. I need something to talk about, so we're talking about it. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make me right with what I'm saying, and I'm man enough to admit that. Some people aren't, but I'm man enough to admit that every opinion I have is not correct. Even though I may think it is. But sometimes I know it's not, and I say it anyway, just because I'm just a cantankerous guy that speaks his mind, whether people like it or not. It's all good. I'm Lola, Lisa, Aloya, and Diamante. You just want to hear me say all these from Calacan City, Philippines. Why are you putting up at the end of every statement? I don't understand that. It looks like a troll to me, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. Neil says, now that's something completely different. As you said, your retirement check. I'm actually working still. I'm not retired. If I was retired, I think this would be a completely different conversation. Yeah, Neil's, it's one of those things, man. That's why I said don't take what I was going to say too personally or to heart or whatever, because it's just stuff I think about. It's just stuff I think about because I see you're not the only one doing what you're doing, and doesn't make it right or wrong. But there he is. There's Darren. Hey, Darren, I'm still waiting on my 2 almonds, man, that I can chop up and put on my ice cream. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Tronald Dunn, what happened, sir? I don't know what you're talking about. Norm says, hey, Darren. Hey, Norm from Darren. Neil says, no, she didn't want to when we first got together, but now she wants to come here. She wants to experience the life of a U.S. citizen. She wants to become a U.S. citizen, not just a green card holder. Women change their minds sometimes, Niels. That's all I'm going to say on that. She didn't want to. She wants to. I mean, God, whatever. That's what she wants to do. You're happy with it, and you want her to do that, and you support her. Go for it. She goes over and she gets a job. She pays into Social Security and whatnot. Why not? Why not? Darren says, that's a thumbs up, folks. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell, and comment, guys, and share. Appreciate that, Darren. Good looking out for me, brother. Or I should say, mate. Good day, mate. And keep talking, brother. Am I digging the hole deeper, Niels? Let me see what you put in there. Oh, yeah, you're laughing. Yep. That's funny. Hey, Niels, at least we both got a sense of humor. That's why we're here on YouTube. That's why you're here talking and we're here listening. Yeah, don't listen too close because half the time I don't remember half the stuff that comes out of my mouth after I did. Somebody said, well, you said this. I said, I did? Yeah, you said that on your live stream. I did? Yeah. Now I have to go back and listen to that because I'll be honest with you, folks. I don't go back and look at my live streams. It's a one and done for me. I go in and I might change the thumbnail and might put in the information that YouTube wants me to put in there or avails to me to put in there, but I don't watch the actual video. I don't have time for that. I'm watching other people's videos and things like that, and I'm just not interested. I shouldn't say that. I'm interested in myself a little bit, but I don't need to, listen to everything I say over again. I pretty much, even though I'm forgetful, I know what I said. It's funny. Yeah. Swipe Pipe says, it's up to you, sir. It's yours decision. Thanks, told you're open your mind to share here in the Philippines. You're so kind and honest. I tell you what, I try to be as honest as I can. I try to keep it real. And that's why sometimes I rub people the wrong way because I just speak my mind, right or wrong. And I'm okay if people correct me and people tell me I'm wrong, and we'll go back and forth. I'll say, well, I think I'm right, and in the end, they might prove me to be incorrect with what I was saying, but usually I think I'm right, but that doesn't mean I am. And the way I look at it is, at the end of the day, and I've said this before many times, at the end of the day, somebody's right and somebody's wrong. And we always make this statement, let's just agree to disagree. Well, that's a nice way of getting out of a touchy discussion or to get out of a disagreement. Let's just agree to disagree, because I say it too. But you know what? Somebody's right and somebody's wrong. We may not want to admit that, but it's the truth. Okay? Sometimes we're both right, depending on the perspective. Sometimes we're both wrong. But at the end of the day, there is a right and there is a wrong. We can't live in this secular humanism world of like, everything's okay. No, not everything isn't okay. Neil says, if people don't like it, then there's always swipe up. That's right, my friend. We're listening and watch you. All right, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm washing clothes. I'm off of minutes because I watch your page up. Swipe Pipe, where are you at? Where are you from? And if you're you said the Philippines, I believe. So where at in the Philippines, I guess is a better question to ask, is what I was asking. There's Tita Marie in the house. She stopped by the Colonels Chronicles. I appreciate that. Appreciate her. Good afternoon from Manila. I remember you, Tita Marie. And I appreciate you coming in here and saying hello to everybody. Everybody give a shout out to all these people. That's great. Now Jenny Lynn wants Tim Tom biscuits as well. Darren, you got yourself into that, man. I'm not getting you out of it. Oh my goodness. Jenny's a good-hearted girl. She really is. I just hope, hey, you better make sure when them almonds show up, man, you better make sure she shares them with me, because I got a feeling she's going to be like, I don't know anything about that, Colonel. He didn't say nothing to me, Colonel. You better make sure you burn that in, the Colonel on one almond or the on one almond and Colonel on the other almond. So I want to make sure I get my issue from you, man. That's great. I love it. Good afternoon, too, from Swipe Pipe. That's because it's hot coming out of your mouth. It's coming from your heart, brother, and that's all good. I hear you, Niels. I appreciate that sentiment, but it ain't always good, man. It's not always good, let's be honest. But yeah, I do speak from the heart, and I'd be much better served if I would speak from the mind only and not the heart. But hey, that's who I am, Mr. Colonel. That's the Colonel. You know, and my nickname when I was working, it wasn't always just a colonel. It was also a word that begins with A and ended with E. You know, and I told him, I said, yeah, I resemble that sometimes. You know, like Panay Hart said, you know, what comes after Saturn is Uranus, and they liked calling me that too. Oh boy. Darren says, it looks like I will have to hire a shipping container for all the gifts to Karen and James and Jenny Lynn. That's funny, Darren. That is hilarious, man. But if you're gonna do that, let me know, cause I might have a few ideas. You know, I do like that. What's that? I do like that Australian soft drink company that you got there. What's that called? Was it Thunderberg or something? Thunderberg, or it makes some good tasting soft drinks, man. It's pricey over here, but man, that stuff tastes good. Yeah, I like the ginger beer. That's some good stuff because it reminds me of birch beer a little bit, and the sarsaparilla that I like. But hey, let me know, man. Let me know. Shoot, with the almonds that you were hauling every day, you could fill up a shipping container with just almonds. Now, I don't know what we do with all those over here. We might have to start up our own company. I don't know. But yeah, good luck with that, Darren. And I'm glad things are working out for you too, man. I assume everything is still on the go for you, and really happy about that. Tita Marie says, "Sir Colonel, yes, sir." That deserves a salute, Tita Marie. Let's keep it proper. Drink coffee and watch your page up. Okay, swipe pipe. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've been drinking tea because I ran out of my Copica Blanca. But this is Tang right here. That's not tea. I had tea earlier. I haven't eaten yet today. I need to eat something. Sir, up. Okay. Darren says, looks like you're only going to get one almond because might not have the room in the shipping container. I'm going to get on Jenny about that. That's funny, brother. That's great, man. Well, if you write small enough, or you use that wood burner small, you could get the kernel. Well, you could put the on one side, flip the almond over, put the kernel on the other side. That might work too. Just write real small. Norm says, I've seen Tim Tams for sales in Gaisano and Cataman, so maybe not worth bring anymore. Yeah, you know, it's funny, depending what the different stores you go into, what you can find at the different places. The problem over here, it's just like in Thailand too, is you got to buy it when you see it. Because if you wait and go back a day or so later, it might not be there, and you might not see it again for 6 months, if ever, you know. So if the person have good, he's going stronger up. Okay. Appreciate that, Swipe. Bundaberg. That's it, Norm. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. I don't know where'd I come up with Funderburg? I don't know. Funderburg. I think that's kind of where I live. It sounds similar to where I live. Yeah. Bundaberg. Yeah, I like that stuff, man. Man, it's expensive over here. I think it's like in one place like 90-something pesos or 99 pesos for a little tiny bottle. S&R sells it too, and it's expensive there too. But yeah, I like the ginger, the Bundaberg ginger beer. There you go, Darren. Throw some Bundaberg in that crate too, man. That probably won't be allowed because it might explode. I don't know. It might pop from the carbonation. I don't know. Good mind, good thinking, and believe in God. He's make your way. Yeah, I believe in God, Swipe, and I put my faith and trust in God's word. Not everybody does that, but that's my choice, and people don't have to agree with me, and that's okay too. But like I said, in the end, there's going to be a right way and there's going to be a wrong way. There's going to be right and there's going to be wrong. And you know what? We're probably all going to be surprised. I say that too. I'm not going to be surprised about some things, but I think there's a lot of things I am going to be surprised because I don't know as much as I like to tell myself I do know. quite the opposite. It's like these, as the older you get, you realize how much you don't know. When you thought you knew a lot, you find out, the older you get, you find out, I don't know as much as I thought I did. And even if I did, there's so much more out there that I should know and don't. I don't know if any of that makes sense, folks, but that's just the way it is. They fill 50 shipping containers every day with almonds. That's incredible, Darren. I remember we were talking about that the other day. That just blows my mind. That's 40-foot container. That's a lot of almonds. Or as they would say over here, almonds. That's a lot of almonds. I don't know how they say it. I just know that they like to say salmon instead of salmon. In the U.S., most educated people would say salmon. Over here, salmon. I like my salmon. And some Americans say that too. It cracks me up. Swipe pipe. Sir, I'm going washing clothes. When even I'm not feeling, but will keep my body strong when I was watching your page up. Hey, appreciate that. I'm a little lazy. I use a laundry machine. And you sound like you're washing them by hand. Good for you. Take care of your business. Got to have clean clothes. Norm says, careful. Saying bring some Bundy will get you rum, not ginger beer. I said Bundaberg. But rum's okay too. Back in the day, I used to drink some rum. I ain't gonna lie. I don't drink hardly at all anymore. But I've been known to throw down some rum. Ask me sometime a story about the rum smash. And if we're in person, I'll tell you that story. It's quite embarrassing. But yeah. But I like the ginger beer, man. Swipe Pipe said, God bless you, sir, and always pray and thanks God every day. Swipe Pipe, you're exactly right. We need to be thankful to God every day. Just for me, it's the blessing of waking up and getting another day on this earth. Because for me, that's a blessing. You make my day stronger. Stay as honesty is the best policy. Yes, it is. And I appreciate that. You didn't. I don't think you said where you were in the Philippines there, Swipe. I'm kind of curious because I've lived in different places. I kind of like to know where people are at because I can relate better. Like if you told me you were up in Vegan City, I can relate because I've been to Vegan City several times. If you tell me you're in Manila, okay, I can relate. I've been to Manila many times. You have to say Bundaberg Ginger Ale property before you get any of it. Bundaberg Ginger Ale proper. Okay. Did I do it? Bundaberg Ginger Ale? Why am I calling it ginger beer? I thought it was called ginger beer in the bottle, man. I'm going to go to Marketplace and look. Because I'm sure they got ginger ale also. But they got a ginger beer. It's just like if you go to Universal in Florida, you got, what's that drink, Harry Potter? They drank butter beer. They sell this drink. They sell this drink in at Universal Studios in the Harry Potter section called butter beer. Oh my God, it's so sickly sweet. I mean, the first time you try it, man, it's kind of good and everything. But then if you take some more sips of it, it's so sickeningly sweet. It's and rich. You almost can't drink the whole cup. It's crazy. It tastes good now, but yeah. If you're even borderline diabetic, if you drink one of that, man, you're probably gonna have to go to the hospital. But Bundaberg rum is more wide known than Bundaberg ginger beer. Being in Australia, we of course just call it Bundy. I learned something new. I didn't know that, Norm. Okay, I did not know that. I appreciate the education, man. Thank you. Swipe pipe with the emojis. Not sure what all those mean, but okay. Norm, nah, it's ginger beer. Okay, so you're messing with me. You guys are going to get me talking in circles, man. I fell right into that one. Thanks all over the world. Okay, thank you. Darren says, okay, I will send you an empty ginger beer. Man, I tell you what, Darren, don't be a stinker, man. At least if you're going to send me an empty bottle of ginger beer, fill the bottle up with almonds, okay? Put some almonds in that bottle. At least throw some almonds in there for me. Because maybe Jenny Lynn won't want to mess with it and she'll just hand it to me for free. That's funny. That is funny. Okay, Swipe Pipe. See you later. I think you're saying bye there. I'm not sure. Take care. Thanks for coming in and spending some time here on the Colonels Chronicles. I appreciate that. Look at that. 17 thumbs up. That's awesome. Someday I'm going to reach to 50. I don't know. And someday I'm going to have the James and Karen numbers coming into my live stream. Highly doubt it it's going to be anytime soon. but, but it's all good. Hopefully I'll have content that's worthy of more people coming in and hanging out and making comments. And I'm having enough trouble keeping up with comments as is. Some people's channels, man, the comments are scrolling. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You almost need like 2 or 3 people to catch what's being said. Maybe I'll get that someday. I don't know. But I'm just still trying to get watch hours, folks. I'm not lying. But I've always said it doesn't matter, and honestly, it really doesn't matter. But that doesn't mean I don't want to get them, because I do, because I'm competitive. Happa says, "How have you been, Colonel?" I've been pretty good, Happa. The saga with the girlfriend that I had, and I never did tell anybody her age. It's over for now. She's very sad about that. But it is what it is. Some things occurred that don't fall in line with the way I want a relationship to be and to occur. And I'm trying to say this is diplomatic, and I don't want to talk bad about the young lady. But yeah, we called that off, and I'll move on. Life goes on. It's all good. One almond, an empty empty bottle of Bundy beer. LOL. Come on, Darren, man. Help a yank out, man. Come on. Help a yank out. Norm says, comments are getting mixed up. There is rum, but I was commenting on when you mentioned ginger ale, it's ginger beer. I thought I said ginger beer. If I said ginger ale, I misspoke. Because I know it's Bundaberg ginger beer, because the ginger beer is what I like. Don't tell them, Norm. See, it's being an instigator like that, Darren, is why you look so much older than me. Think about that, man. Spread the love, man. Don't spread the hate. That's great. I hope they make that the short YouTube. They come up their little shorts and these lives. Spread the love. Don't spread the hate. That's funny. Darren, you crack me up, man. Hold on now. The comments are getting away from me. No, I got that. What? It's over? Happa said, it's not over yet, Happa. I might stick around for a little. People keep commenting. I'll stick around here longer. It's all good. Darren says, oh, what the hell? It's over. Happa says, well, if the shoe doesn't fit, always plenty more girls out there, brother. Absolutely. And, I don't have anything personally against her, but it just, something occurred that I just don't tolerate. And, yeah, I might talk about it someday, but right now I don't want to bring it up. If I get a new one, then we'll talk about it. But, yeah, and, yeah, it's, I can take so much and I can handle so much until sometimes I just get to a point where, you know what, I'm done. And I don't need to put up with this anymore, or I don't accept that, and I don't tolerate this, or I don't tolerate that. And she knows. She knows. We had a long discussion, and she knows. And I consider myself a patient man. I'm not as patient as I used to be, that's for sure. But I've been burned a lot over the years, and I just don't feel like getting burned anymore. So it is what it is. Let the Yankee figure it out himself. Well, if you'd learn how to say Yankee properly, Darren, I might even give that comment. I might give that comment some credence. But until you can say Yankee correct, I'm not going to give it the time of day. We're having a good time. I appreciate it. I love the going back and forth, man. It's great. As long as we keep it in good spirit and good humor, and it doesn't get personal, I'm good with it. Hey there, here you go. Darren, Appa says, waving to Darren. Yankee, thank you, sir. Get it correct, man. You gotta love the people from the land of Oz. Well, sir, I need to conserve my battery. I'll catch you later. All right, Niels. Appreciate you being in here, man. Have a good layover there. You got to, at least some of the time went by fast. Hopefully, while you were on here, listen to us carry on. But safe travels, my friend. Can't wait for you to get here. Happa says, what is your next move in life? Focus more on YouTube. Saw the new wheels you got, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah, Happa, I don't, I haven't made a decision on what the next step is. I have opportunities, folks. I really do. I don't want to, I'm not going to fool anybody. I've got opportunities in the relationship area. I'm just very, very careful about what I do and who I hang out with and whatnot. So I'm not sad. I'm not upset. Not angry. It is what it is, and we just move on from there. And yeah, I got that vehicle happen. I can't film it yet because it's too tight. There's not enough space to get in there, and it's not legal to drive. I want to drive it somewhere so that James and I can get out there with the cameras and film it properly and talk about it properly and make a quality video. That'll be coming, but it'll probably be a month and a half to 2 months before that occurs. James was willing to come down this week, but I just told him just hold off until we can take this legally somewhere and do it properly. But thank you for that. I say Yankee like you say Bundaberg. Is it Bundaberg? Or is it Bundaberg? Or is it Bundaberg? Or is it fancy like Bundaberg? Or Bundaberg? Bundaberg, or Bundaberg. I'll just call it Bundaberg. Norm laughing at me. At least you're laughing, man, and you're not throwing stuff at me. Happy says, sweet. Yeah. And you know, my girlfriend, that little girl, she was sweet. And I'll let the cat out of the bag since we're not in a relationship right now. She was 21 years old, folks. And she was cute as a button, I thought. And way, way below what I normally would. I wouldn't normally date. I've only dated the person that young one time in my life, and that was the first time I was married. And so it was different. There's a learning curve for her and for me. And you know, there's obstacles, and we were joking about that, about the age gap. That was a 40-year age gap, and we knew YouTube would blow up over that and everything. But that's why she was kind of being shy, and she's hiding her face and stuff. And she didn't really. And I'm glad now that we didn't put her out there because it would have embarrassed her even further. But yeah, I mean, hey, sometimes I guess the Colonel got it like that, you know, and it was fun for the little bit getting to know her. And I enjoyed myself, and you know, we went to that island, Boracay or whatever. I didn't really, I mean, I'm gonna lie to you, I didn't enjoy myself in Boracay. I really didn't. And I did enjoy eating at the Tres Amigos. I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed seeing the beauty. But the rest of it is just not my cup of tea, so to speak. I love the beach, but I just don't like all the hubbub and all the hawkers and the people getting in your face and doing this. But it is what it is, and people love going to Boracay. God bless them. Go to Boracay, enjoy yourself. And I'll go back. I'm going to stay somewhere different, though. But that was a beautiful hotel. That was a nice room I had. So it wasn't all bad, but it's just not my thing. That's why I haven't gone to this point. I just was not that excited about going. But now, you know what? Let me go get it out. Because everybody asks me, have you been there? And I always say, well, no, I haven't been. So now I can say, yeah, I've been there. And I can voice my opinion about it. Yeah, it starts with Bund. Okay, so I was saying Bundaberg, which is wrong. So it's Bundaberg. Thanks for correcting me, Norm. Appreciate that. Of course, you might just be messing with me, too. Huge storm in Dallas right now. Birthday is... Oh, you're still in Dallas, Happa. I thought you were done training there. Wow. Well, keep your head down there, brother. Just kick a little higher, my friend. That's funny. I'm the only one laughing. What's Darren saying now? Okay, now you just get the bottle cap now instead of the empty. Hey, Darren, I don't expect nothing, man. I don't expect anything. It's all good. Happa says, some 21-year-olds still play games. Yeah. Yeah, she had some of that with her happen, but that wasn't my issue. That wasn't the issue for me. It yeah, there was a trust issue for me, and not and it was based on something that she did. So see, Norm, bloody Yankees can't speak English language like us Aussies. Boy, I tell you what, Darren, I ain't even touching that one, man. I ain't even touching that one because I know I speak American. I love when people are like, what language do you, they're from the U.S. and people are, what language do you speak? I speak American. What the heck are you talking about? You speak American. You speak English, you doofus. You know, now we speak an American style of English, just like down there in the land of Oz, you know, they speak just a messed up type of English. But it's all good, man. You know, some people speak English and they just want to sound illiterate, and that's kind of the way I look at Australia. They just, you know, they speak it. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just messing with it. I just want to get you riled up. But I go back to my old story at the Italian restaurant when the Australian dudes were in the conference room having a meeting or whatever, and I went. I thought they had a Brit. I asked them if they were from the UK because they had a British accent, and they wanted to tear my head off. I'll never forget that. Now I just laugh about it. But I also say this: I can understand y'all a whole lot better than I can understand the Brits. So I would take the Australian English over to British, and I'd crack. We speak the proper English. And a guy, his Thai wife he said that, she said that to my Thai wife at the time was, your husband's American. He doesn't really speak proper English. You know, my husband, he's from the UK. He speaks proper English because that's where English came from. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. And you know what else? He ain't married to that lady no more either. Just like I'm not married to my Thai wife either. That's funny. And why we gotta be bloody Yankees, Darren? I'm clean, man. I ain't got no blood. I ain't got no blood on my hands anymore. I love it. Norm says, Alona Beach on Bohol wasn't much as far as I was concerned, but ticked off the bucket list. Yeah, each to their own on what they like, you know. Everybody's different. Happa says, buddy of mine keeps trying to recruit me to become a corrections officer. I said I'll give it some thought while I'm here in Texas. Well, I think I've told you this before, Happa. It's being a CO is not for everybody. You got to have the right mentality for it, and you got to be able to say no, and you got to be able to say no when everybody hates you for saying no, and you got to be able to do it and not feel guilty. You know, and you got to be able to follow regulations, follow the rules, and force other people to follow the rules. You know, in a way that makes them feel like it's the right thing to do. And then if that doesn't work, well, then you got to get down and dirty sometimes and do some attitude adjusting. And you can figure that out. Darren says, yeah, it couldn't be any more better with my Filipino princess and can't wait to see her at the airport and give her the biggest hugs. That's awesome, Darren, man. I'm so happy to hear that, man. Yeah. I hope that gets me more than the bottle cap now by saying nice things to you like that. No, I actually mean it, Darren. Yeah, and I'm not the only one who's happy for you. Not at all. There's a lot of people that are happy about that and about your situation. If it works out and that it's going to work out, a lot of people are happy for you on that, myself included. So that's good. And, all right, I'm at the bottom of the page again, folks, and I'm feeling kind of a sort of way, which means I'm getting hungry, and I'm out of, I still got, hold on, I got a little bit of time. But yeah, I think I'm going to eat something, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Wow, there's 8 people still in here watching. That's awesome. That helps me out with the watch hours, folks. I appreciate that. Norm says 17th of April isn't far off, Darren. It's really not. What is that, a month and a half? I mean, yeah, I know Darren's going to be one happy. Oh, I almost said something I shouldn't have said, but he's going to be one happy dude. The prison lingo was going in my mind there. Sorry, folks, I almost said something wrong. But I stopped myself just in time. So anyway, that's the way it is. So, this is the Colonel from the Colonels Chronicles, live here in the Philippines. I'm going to sign off. Appreciate each and every one of you being in here, spending your valuable time helping a little brother out over here in the Philippines. And I'll get those watch hours eventually. You know, I know a lot of you are going out of your way to help me, and I appreciate that. Lowell says, take care, God bless. See you, Colonel, and everyone take care. Norm says, take care, guys, from Norm. Appreciate that, Norm. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen, but it's worked out great. Yeah, Darren, you know, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. And you know, people that are in these situations and have been through some stuff, when we see something working out for somebody else, we can truly empathize with you and give you kudos for that, and tell you that we're happy for you because we've been there. Maybe not your exact situation, but situations similar to that. So that's great. And Darren says, thanks, Norm. And Brian's waving. All right. See you, everyone. Have a blessed day. All right, folks, I'm out. Colonel's out. God bless. Take care. Be safe.